we're halfway through now the month of September, believe it or not. There are, let's see here, September to October, November. There's like 3.5 months left until the end of the year. Can you believe that? That is absolutely crazy in my mind. 3.5 months to really get things in order. And I'm really excited about today's call, today's elite call. This is a very, very important call because the things that are decided today make a huge difference on the rest of the year. So I'm glad you guys are here and participating. I hope just a few reminders. The Beachbody Health Pet is ongoing. We are loving what we're hearing about the Beachbody Health Pet, how people are engaged. They're now paying attention to themselves. They're pushing play. They're drinking their Shakeology. People are coming out of the woodworks and paying attention and doing all this stuff. Stay with these people. Don't just let the month go by and just say, great, thanks for getting started, and forget about them. Stay on top of them. Stay on top of their goals. Keep them engaged. The Beachbody Health Pet is phenomenal. And I hope everybody makes a ton of money doing this. This is a great opportunity. But more importantly, this is a great way to keep your customers and coaches engaged. So very excited about that. We're going to start off with a little bit of recognition. I'll have Lacey go first. She works with the Diamond to 2 stars, and then I'll do mine. I'll do from 3 all the way up to 10 or 11, one of the two. All right, Lacey, go ahead.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Elite Call today. Okay, so we have, with the Diamonds 1 and 2 stars, we have 25 people trending with Elite points to hit Elite. Our top 10 are Janelle Petrosino, Caleb Thomas, Nicole Faulkner, Jamie Hunt, Ashley Salvatore, Megan Mozakowski, Colleen Bromboff, Sarah Ross, Jasaira Santiago, and Joy Hawk. So you guys are all doing awesome. Keep up the great work, and I'll turn it over to Kevin.
Cool, thank you. All right, so I'm going to talk about the recognize, I said 3 to 10 or 11. I can't remember which one I went with, 10 or 11 star diamonds who are the top 10. The first one is Cheyenne Tracy with 263 Elite points. Holy free holy, she is kicking butt. Catherine Reuter has 210. Kesa Fitzgerald has 185. Amy Reelman, 178 points. Kim Lima, 166. Samantha Hawley, 166 as well. Megan Yelani, 159. Chelsea Winter, 156. Meredith Kelly, 142. And Jennifer McNeil, 130 points. Congratulations to all of you, the top 10. And then you notice there are 2 people who have over 200 points. Nuts. And the 23 people have already over 100 points, and 28 are trending. So congratulations to everybody who is working hard and already has their Elite points. Now, for everybody else, I'm going to try to share my screen, and I'm going to try to do something I've never done before. So bear with me if it doesn't work. So let me share my screen. Here, over here. All right. Can everybody see this? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. Okay. So, guys, lots to talk about today. In the past couple months, I've kind of strayed away from numbers because I feel like we need to really get people engaged mentally. If we want them to hit Elite or help us hit Elite or move business forward, they need to be inspired. And I'll talk a little bit more about that today, but right now we have to go over points. It's inevitable. We have to talk about where you are at in regards to your Elite points. So hope you have a pen and paper. We're going to do quite a bit of math today. I hope it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, rewatch this and then keep rewatching it till it makes sense. So we're going to talk about numbers right off the bat. So when it comes to Elite, let's talk about trending numbers. And if you need to move me so you can see these numbers on the right-hand side, you can do that. All right. Total Elite points right now, trending is 90. Okay? You all should know where you are at with your Elite points. Trending is about 90 right now, which means total SC points, Success Club points, are 41. Same thing with PSPV points, 41. And ATV points, I gotta move me again. Here are 9. Okay, Now, this is the reason I put 9 is because most coaches who go for elite, they max out the Success Club category, they max out the PSPV category, and they get the minimum ATV category, which is 13 points in ATV. The minimum you need is 13. So at this point, you should have around 9 ATV points. Now, when it comes to all this, we need to crunch some numbers. And so this is where it's going to get a little bit crazy. I'm going to try to see if this works. So I'm going to do a live demonstration of something that I do with all of my coaches. And this is something you can do with yourself. You can do it in Excel. You can do it with pen and paper. Let's see if this works. So if I come up here and, God, I'm just in the way. All right. Come here. Now I'm going to move myself again. Okay, can everybody see this? All right. So this is something I do with all of my coaches. This is something where you can insert your own numbers whenever you want. That we're going to break this down. This is a coach that I know. This is a coach that, so these are real numbers. These aren't made up numbers. I took somebody that I know. I put their numbers in here, and it may be good. It may not be good. But this is where this person is at. I'm obviously not going to name names. But here's what I'm going to do it line by line. So the first thing I did is look at last month's elite points. You have to know last month and this month's points. So last month, this coach had 43 total elite points. This month, she has 55. So thank you, Excel, for doing the math for me. Just take the difference there. So she is averaging right now about 12 elite points per month. Okay? Obviously, she's at 55, trending's 90, she's below trending. So points, so here's if you look up here at my formula here, it talks about this is based off of August numbers. And so what I did is I took 135 points, because that's how many you need to hit elite. I subtract out what she has so far, the points, and I divide that by 4 because there's only 4 months left. So this coach needs to get 20 elite points per month to hit elite. That's a good, it gives you a great idea of what you need to be focusing on, how many points. You can't just say, well, I'm at 55, I don't know how many I need per month. Well, now you do. Now you know. You're averaging about 12, which is cool, really cool in like February, but you need to be hitting 20 now every single month to hit elite. So hopefully that made sense. You take 135, you subtract out what you already have, and divide that by how many months left. There's 4 months left. That's how you get that number. Okay, so those are total elite points. Now we're going to break this down into each category. So Success Club points. Once again, we talked about what you had last month, what you had this month. Find out the difference. So this person's averaging about 6 Success Club points per month. Okay, so that is an SC base of 1.9, almost just about 2 people hitting Success Club every single month. How I did that is I took the SC points for this month, divided that by 2 because we're assuming that you're hitting SC as well, and then you times that by how many months. Divide that by how many months. So 8 months, August 8. So you're at 1.9. Hopefully that made sense. Once again, you take your SC points this month, divide that by 2, and then divide that by the current month. And there's your SC base. So about 2 people are hitting Success Club every month in this person's organization. Now, some numbers here. How many coaches need to hit Success Club between now and the end of the year? This is 15. So once again, you always got to look at my formula bar here. So I take the max. I take 61, which is the max. I subtract out this month's points, and I divide that by 2. So between now and December, this person needs 15 people to hit Success Club. Not per month, just total. 15 people total need to hit Success Club. Now, if you break that down, if you divide that by 4, because there's 4 months left, here's the ultimate number. This person needs 3 people hitting Success Club every month with a fourth on one of the months. Okay, a little bit more manageable. So instead of big scary number 15, I need 15 people to hit Success Club. Well, that comes down to 3.75 people hitting Success Club every single month. Okay, you can do this with your own numbers. And if the numbers aren't that favorable, we know where you need to focus. If they're already awesome, cool. Let's find out where else you need to focus. All right. So let's move on to PSPV category. Once again, I hope I'm not going too fast. If I am, please rewatch this or hit me up after this. I will gladly do this for you. We can quickly get on a call. We can do this where we can talk your numbers, no problem. Or I can send this to you if you would like. This is not something sacred. This is just something I put together. So, all right, next up, PSPV. Once again, this is your 2016 coaches who give you points every time that they accumulate 500 points. You get 1 point. So last month, this coach had 18. This month, 24. So they're averaging about 6 points per month in the PSPV category. Now, points remaining to max out. Once again, the max, you got. Now, if you want, you can change the max to the minimum. That's fine, but ultimately, this person's got to hit 20 elite points per month. We might as well try to max out these categories. So points remaining till max is 37. So we took out 61, subtracted 24. They have 37 points left. Now, because this person is averaging about 6 points per month, these are 2016 coaches, we are going to assume that these 6 points stick around every single month. That these people who got her 6 points stick around. So they'll get 6 points this month, 6 points next month, all the way till the end of December. So points that this coach can count on, which is the difference times the months left. There's 4 months left. She averages 6 points, 24. So of the 37 points she needs to max out, we're going to assume 24 of them are taken care of. So that brings it down to this coach just actually needs 13 additional points on top of what she's already doing. Okay? So I'm going to get the little scary number here. That comes down to between now and December 31st, she needs to sell 65 challenge packs or Shakeology orders or whatever it may be. Okay, a little scary for some people, but we got to break that down. If you take 65, and how I did that, is you take the actual points remaining, you times that by 500, and then you divide that by 100 because 100, that's how much the orders are worth. So the times that by 500 because that's how many points you need to earn a point. Divide that by 100, and there's your ultimate challenge packs you need between now and the end of the year. If you take that number and divide it by however many months are left, 4 in this case, 65 divided by 4 is 16.25 challenge packs per month. Okay, so that still may be a little scary for this coach and say, I need to sell 16 challenge packs or Shakeology orders on top of what I'm already doing per month. Okay, I spoke with Doug Moss. He's the regional director in the West region. And when he was talking to me about this, he said, all right, as scary as that number may be, you got to think about how you earn PSPV points. It's your personally sponsored coach's volume. And so what they do here is how you can get more volume here is the people you sponsor, the coaches you sponsor personally, they need to run challenge groups with challenge packs with challengers, not coaches. As soon as they sign up as a coach, those points don't count towards your PSPV anymore because it's your downline's PSPV now. But if your personally sponsored coaches run challenge groups with challengers, all that volume counts towards your PSPV. So let's say I have 4 working coaches right now, and I have all 4 working coaches run a challenge group. And each, perfect number-wise, each coach who runs a challenge group signs up 4 people in their group and as challengers, and these 4 people buy challenge packs. There's your 16 right there. Done. Per month. Taken care of. You didn't have to do a darn thing. But as soon as I don't think this is cheating the system, because we need people signing up as challengers more frequently, in my opinion, than coaches. Yeah, there's the discount coach thing, but when you sign them up, they don't know that there's such thing right now. Sign them up as a challenger. Get people as challengers. So your coaches run challenge groups with challengers, and you can easily get those 16.25 packs per month. So that's the kind of the larger category, but that's how you can break it down. Now, I didn't do that with ATV. ATV is a little bit more difficult to break down. Right now, this coach has 0 ATV points. And in 2015, they had this volume. In 2016, this is where they're at right now. So you can see they're kind of close to surpassing last year's volume, but they have to surpass it by 10,000 points in order to get 1 point. So they right now they're projecting, and how I did that is I took their this year's volume, times it by 8, or divided it by 8, excuse me, and then times that by 12. And then, so they're projected right now to hit only 4 points. And how you do that is you take projected ATV, subtract out your 2015 ATV, and then divide that by 10,000, since that's in every 10,000 you get 1 point. I know I'm probably talking fast. I apologize for that, but please rewatch this, look at my formula bar. It makes sense, or you can reach out to me. Right now, this coach is projected to only hit 4. If you remember, 13 points is what you need at least to hit elite this month. So we would have a good long conversation about how to increase ATV. And oddly enough, if this person focuses on PSPV, recruiting new coaches, and those coaches running challenge groups, ATV is gonna pick up. Remember, ATV is 3 levels deep, and the volume is straight up volume. So we just need more people purchasing and more people buying. And you do that by signing up more people, and those people running challenge groups. That's it. That is the answer. So we would have a conversation about that. So hopefully this was a little live demonstration. Hopefully this helps you understand what you need to do every single month, as far as how many points you need per month, how many coaches need to hit Success Club per month, how many challenge packs you need to sell per month, and where you are at with your ATV. So there's that. Let me see if I can quickly jump back into my presentation. I know there's chat. Hopefully Lacey can take care of the chat. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sharing my screen, so I can't look at it. All right. So my live demonstration is now over. We need to talk about your business. Now, this is hopefully, if you guys do this math equation, or you guys do this little Excel formula thing, you can see where your area of focus needs to be. And I would pay attention to where your focus needs to be, whether that's on Success Club, whether that's with PSPV, or whether that's just with ATV or total points, wherever it needs to be. Or remember, you need to be a 5-star by December. And that the first week in December, the qualifying week, is December 7th. You need to be paid as 5-star. You can do it December 7th, and then that's good. Or you can wait until the last. So it's every 7th, 14th, 21st, 28th. Those are the weeks in December that you need to hit 5-star you need to be paid as one of those weeks. And your diamonds, so paid 5-star and your 2 diamonds. Your 2 diamonds have to be paid as diamond 1 week in the month of December. So if you have the points, if you're trending point-wise, but you're a 2-star right now, well, there's your area of focus. If you're an 8-star diamond, you have the points, but you have 0 personally sponsored diamonds this year, there's your area of focus. So we're going to talk about that here at the end, but we need to talk about your business, because this is a critical time in the year. Like I said, this call is incredibly important, because what we do now literally affects if we hit elite or not. So let's talk about what you're doing. My fear is that every Elite Report Friday, you are either smashing your computer against the wall, or you're doing what this guy or gal's doing, and you're just fed up. My team is not working. And so you ask yourself, well, and Lacey and I and Jeff are asked this multiple times every single day. How can I find people just like me who will work? Well, if we knew the answer, we would tell you. If you had the answer, you would be the next gazillionaire because you would have solved all the issues. Okay, it'd be awesome to find people just like you. But most people aren't like you. Most people have different personalities. They have different love languages. They have different color types. They have different rhinestones, animals. Who knows what they have? But they're all different personality types. They're all different. So the question, how can I find people who work just like me? Well, let's talk about this. And this is something that I don't know if coaches do enough. And Lacey and I have been talking about this. I don't know if we analyze. Oh, am I still okay? This is my connections. Okay. I don't know if we analyze enough our business habits and practices. We look at other people. We look at what Melanie Mitchell is doing right now, and should I do that or not? And the funny thing is, you know, if you remember at Summit, I think the biggest takeaway I took from the workshops, from the top 10 coaches who ran workshops, the biggest message they said was this: be yourself. Don't be anybody else. Be yourself, because that is what attracts people. People are attracted to you because of you. They're not attracted to you because of somebody else. The top 10 coaches, believe me, they're not anybody else but themselves. And they got to where they are because they're themselves, because people, they like them. They like who they are. They like what they stand for. They're not anybody else. So be yourself. And so instead of looking at what other coaches are doing, you have to look at what you're doing right now. What am I doing? How are my recruiting habits? Am I doing #MomBoss? I need somebody to be the next mompreneur. I need somebody who can be the next millionaire. Who wants to jump on this boat with me? Okay. I realize that's what you're looking for. Don't know if that's the best tactic to get people. I would keep scrolling if I saw that post. All right. Hopefully I didn't put anybody up there. All right. We need to know what we're doing every single day. And if what we're doing every single day is moving the needle forward, then you're heading in the right direction. And what I mean by move the needle forward is this. At some point, your business has to grow. I understand that there are ups and downs. But take a look at where you right now, where you've been in the past 6 months, year, 2 years, how long you want to go back, and then realize, am I moving forward or not? Or am I moving backwards or not? Are the daily habits I'm doing, are they the same as they've always been? And if so, is that what I should be doing? I don't know if we question our business practices ourselves enough. We need to be doing things that move the needle. And so I ask, let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's look at what you're doing. Let's look at your day. Let's look at yesterday. Okay? Let's use yesterday as an example. Does this picture represent how your day went yesterday? Okay? All you were doing was you were putting out fires? Is that it? Were you trying to keep people on board? You're trying to go on defensive mode and I need you to stay. What can I do? Okay, looks like you're falling off. And the people coming to you saying, help, help, help. And so all you were doing was responding to people. All you were doing was putting out fires. You have to stop and think about what you were doing. And if the answer is yes, if you're like, the majority of my day, I was putting out fires. And believe me, I love fire. In a second life, I was a fireman. I love firemen. I think firemen are the coolest jobs in the world. If I could be anybody, I'd be a fireman or a farmer. Isn't that okay? Side note. I'd be a fireman or a farmer. So I have a lot of respect for firemen. But if all you were doing was putting out fires, I can promise you your business isn't going to grow. It's not. Fires put out fire. That's it. They don't grow the business. So this is a Jeff Hill thing. You may have heard about this before or not, but it comes down to, okay, so Kevin, my day is completely full of putting out fires. Awesome. Let's take care of that right now. So what you need to do is every day or every so often, however often you put together a to-do list, you need to figure out, okay, here's the things that need to happen today, and here's the things I'd like to have happen today. Okay, a to-do list versus a success list. So every time you think of something that you need to do, you need to ask yourself this question. Will this task help move the needle? Will this task help my business grow? And I'm not talking immediate response. I'm not saying if I do this, I immediately start earning money, but it can. But I'm also talking about, will this thing at least start helping me move in the right direction? Nope. And so if it does help move the needle, then you put it on your success list. But if the answer is no, this doesn't help move the needle forward, that's a to-do list. We all have to-do list items. I'm not saying don't do a to-do list. We all have to-do list items. What I'm saying is I would tackle the success list every single day. Because when you lay your head down at night, are you thinking to yourself, yeah, I did something to move the needle forward today? Or are you thinking, nope, I was straight up to-do list. I did stuff, but it didn't move my business forward. A to-do list versus a success list. Another way to think about this, guys, is being proactive versus reactive. I am a huge fan of this topic. I don't know if we're proactive enough. I think we respond. We react to my business is down. I got to do something else. You react. My things aren't going well. You react. Don't react. Be proactive. Proactive is difficult. Proactive takes sitting down and brainstorming. Proactive means turning off the phone, turning off the computer, turning off distractions, because it takes time to think. Proactive means, okay, business isn't going well. I'm suffering with Coaches Hitting Success Club every single month. What can I do? What can I do to increase that? Is there something I can put together, and not necessarily looking at somebody else's stuff? If you want to, that's fine, but I put together something that you want to do. It takes time, and proactive can involve more people. I think as coaches, we need to get together more often and brainstorm, chat about life, chat about what's going on, what's working, what's not working, and be proactive. That's the success list items. Be proactive. You know, this picture right here is a great representation of maybe how you're doing your business. In the beginning, this road, I can guarantee you, was flat. And this person started driving down the road, and they thought, well, that worked yesterday, so I'm going to take the same path. And so they drove the exact same tire tracks and everything, same path. Oh, that worked. I'm going to try it again, day after day after day. Well, after so long, look where you're at. You're in a rut, and you can't get out because you're reacting. Being proactive means, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try a different path. I'm going to try a new lane and see if that works, because I think it will. Don't get stuck in a rut. Take time to think about what you're doing as your business. You have 3.5 months left to hit elite. And if what you're doing is not working, you're in a rut. Try something new. Try something different. Oh, I just said that. If you're not getting the results you want, ask yourself, what am I going to change? What am I going to do differently? And I don't mean what am I going to drastically do different, but I don't know if this is we need to investigate. We need to look at our business, and we need to investigate certain things. We need to investigate our recruiting habits. Am I recruiting the right way? Am I recruiting enough people? Am I recruiting the right people? Am I putting out the right message? Because, after 1 to 3 months, my coaches are quitting. Why is that? Is it because of your recruiting habits? Is it because you're giving a false idea of what the coach life looks like? If so, what are you going to change? And I have lots of thoughts about that, but we are running out of time. So you need to think about, man, am my recruiting habits? What am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? And maybe you go back to your sweet spot. When I was recruiting the best, what was I doing? And do I need to go back to that? We need to investigate our team calls. Guys, I've said this before I think on every single team elite call. But if your team calls are people like this watching, that's not a team call. That's a presentation. That's what I'm doing. That's a presentation. Our team call is where team participates. It's where people feel like they have a say. Yeah, my team, let me tell you, every Thursday when I get my report, yeah, I realize my team is just not working right now. What are you going to do? Because what you're doing right now probably isn't working. What are you going to do differently? And I apologize. Do I apologize? I'm being blunt. I realize that. But we need to be blunt because there's 3.5 months left of this in the month. Okay? How can I improve my team calls? Sit down, brainstorm. We need to investigate our team environment. Are my team having fun? Are they focused on the right things? Are they focused on helping people? Or are all they hearing are numbers? Okay? Team environment. Got to have fun if you're going to stay with us. Retention efforts. Holy smokes, guys. I almost put together an entire presentation today. I was debating between two topics. It was between retention and this topic right now. And it was a slim winner of this topic. Guys, retention. Like I said, your coaches, my guess, don't stick around long term. But for some reason, you're hitting SC16 every month. Congratulations. Here's a yoga mat. How come you're not building your business? How come you're not increasing in rank? How come your volume's not increasing? How come your paycheck is not increasing? SC is awesome. But if you bring in coaches and they leave after 1 to 3 months, pointless. We'll give you an apron. We'll give you a canister that has a bum lid. We'll give you an apron. We'll give you a yoga mat. We'll give you sure, it sounds great. I would rather have people who stick around long term. And so once they're, I'm going to get off on topic here. Guys, retention. We have got to retain our customers better, our coaches. We can't just say, welcome, congratulations, thanks for coming. Here's an email that has 6 attachments. It tells you how to set up your back office. Here's a get to know you page. Here's a blah, 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 blah. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm out. Retention means when you recruit me, retention starts from day one. When you recruit me, you know me like anybody, like I'm your best friend. You know my dreams, you know my hopes, you know my desires, you know my falls, you know my weaknesses, you know everything. I know as your customer what it takes to be in this business. Communication level is so open, so transparent. That's when retention starts. And if you're not doing that with your coaches, and I do not want this to happen on team calls. This has to be on a one-on-one basis. I want you to get to know your coaches. I want you to say, hey, how's it going? How's life? And don't mention one number. Don't mention numbers. Just see how they're doing. Because people who stick around feel appreciated, feel loved, feel wanted, feel like they're included. People who leave, opposite of all those things. So as a coach, are you including your team? Are you making them feel like they're a part of the team? And if not, how can you better retain? Next month I may just do the topic on retention. We recruit way too much and everybody leaves. Everybody jumps ship. I'll end with this, with retention. Carl Deichler came in the Utah office last month and said this. I would rather, he says, I wrote it down. He said, there are coaches who bring in 30 coaches a month. We're talking, hello, Carl. We don't bring in 30 coaches a month. But he said, if you bring in 30 coaches a month and only 25 stick around, and only 5 stick around, so you bring in 30 coaches and 5 stick around, that's 25 coaches who are pissed off at Beachbody. He said, I would rather you sign up 15 coaches and all 15 stick around. All right, Carl, those are some serious numbers. Let's bring that down to realistic numbers. So the second part of the statement, let's bring it down to realistic numbers. I would rather you sign up 3 coaches a month and have all those 3 coaches stick around. That's it. SC5. And all those 3 coaches stick around every single month. And even if only one of those coaches that you recruited each month stick around long term and become diamond, that's 12 diamonds in 1 year. You have to do better at retention. So think about yourself. What am I doing to retain my customers, and how customers and coaches, and how can I do better? All right. Coming to the end, guys. Like I said in the beginning, I don't want you to do drastic changes. I don't need you to swing the pendulum so far that it cancels everything you've done up to this point. Jeff Hill said this: we are just a notch off from perfection. That's it. One notch. Click. That's how far off we are from hitting elite, from being the perfect coaches. All it does, we just need to tweak it. Oh my gosh, just one small thing. I read a book recently about the Toyota company, the car company, and how they are where they are today. And what they do is, on a very frequent basis, all they do is they get together and say, how's everything going? What's not working? And what's the one thing we can try to change to see if that fixes it? They don't say, well, that's not working. Let's try something completely different. Let's say, we're still going down that path, but what's one thing we can tweak to see if that was the one thing that makes our business better? And that's what we need to do. Just one small thing, just a small tweak. Here's your call to action, guys. Here's the end of the call. I can't leave you without just having nothing to do, because remember, I said this on the last Elite call. If you get inspired and motivated and then turn off your computer and go back to work as if nothing happened, I've been talking for 37 minutes and it's a waste of your time. Something has to change in your business. And this is something you need to do with your coaches as well. After you get them inspired and motivated, you have to ask them, what are you going to do differently? What are you going to, based on today's conversation, what are you going to do differently in your business to grow your business? And if you don't do that with your coaches, your conversation was a waste. We have to be moving forward. So here's my call to action to you. Number one, I need you to investigate your business and pick one area that can use some tweaking. Team calls, retention, recruiting, one-on-ones, whatever it may be. Okay? Investigate your business, be proactive, and pick an area that can use some tweaking. Number two, of the elite categories, 5-star diamond, two diamonds, ATV, PSPV, SC, pick one that you can improve on. And hopefully you can find that out, what that is, by doing that math thing we did at the beginning. Find one area that you need to improve on. Go to the Google Doc, because guys, the Google Doc was fun. It's not working anymore, so we're switching it. I need you, it's the same link. You're going to go to the Google Doc, and you're going to put your name, you're going to put your rank, you're going to put the area of focus. So this month, Kevin, I'm going to work on PSPV, and here's the things I'm going to do to increase my PSPV. Maybe you need to hit 5-star. Kevin, here's my name, here's my rank. I'm working on hitting 5-star. Here are the 5 names of the people I'm working on. You have to narrow it down to that one area. And you have to tell me what your action plan is and what you're going to do to increase it. Okay? That, my friends, is the call for today. Thank you so much for sticking around. Hopefully I didn't offend you. I get passionate sometimes, but it's because I care. It's because I want you guys to succeed. I have the utmost respect and love for what you guys do. I love telling people what I do for a job. I do. I said I work with the best people in the world. I work with people who change lives. I work with people who make people better. And they do it because they want to. So thank you so much for jumping on today's call. We will put the recording up there for you to see. If you have any questions, like I said, please reach out to myself or Lacey. We're here to help. We'll get you any documents you need. We love you, and we will see you guys next month. Go get them. Thanks.